There you see this ace from JCap that he pulled in that last game. I mean, my goodness, it was just a great play. FaZe coming out on top for game number 2. But now it is Freight Blitz, and we are in the action here along with TP. Let's see what they're going to do. Of course, Freight Blitz, you know, when you talk about complexity, you talk about how amazing their Blitz game is. But this event, we've been seeing a lot of cracks in the armor.
Oh, for sure. And I think one of the main things is that people finally started realizing you got to keep pushing white continuously. Before, Complexity kind of just could do whatever they wanted. They always pushed white, they controlled the spawns, and now other teams are like, well, I think we actually have to push white back. So it took them a little bit longer than expected, but now we're starting to see it's just a clash.
Yeah, and I also think that the scope of competition has definitely gotten a lot closer
than
what it was even at UMG Philly. You know, because the game was still relatively new to everyone, but everyone's been grinding. I mean, you know, even with the MLG Call of Duty League, which people play like non-stop now, you see matches almost every single night. They're playing all the time, and they're meaningful matches, so they're constantly going to be evolving and creating new strategies. So in turn, it's really made the entire scene that much more interesting.
I mean, look at the map right now. All you're seeing is people just pushing white, and they snuck through, and now we already have the first score on the map.
That's going to be from Complexity there, and they're going to have players all around it. One guy's going to be coming in from back lumber. TP's going to be in a position to be able to make another cap happen, but the enemy has scored. Complexity's TP scores as well. On the other side, Classic scores for FaZe. They know that there's going to be activity going down inside. And look at this move here.
They got a Congo line.
They really do. They really have a Congo line. That is probably the best way that you could put it.
Krim
and I love
there now
Krim's
too.
position. Yeah, he's going to be able to get this cap here in about 2 seconds because no one knows that he's hanging out, and he gets it. So now it's going to be 4-1. Complexity just got 4 on that exchange, and it is, you know, granted, you do see some big numbers here. A great play out of Krim to at least make that stop happen at the front. Ace is going to be by himself defending. He is going to have his teammates off to respawn right on the opposite side by White. You can see those shots going down, but Ace and crew moving forward and doing exactly as you said, Gandhi.
Oh, yeah. Ace is doing an excellent job. This right here, this spot is very underrated.
Look at FaZe all bunched
if
up
anyone
there.
actually pushes from front red, he's able to have like a perfect head glitch. So that spot's always very, very good to hold down in front white.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump over to FaZe and replays. He's going to be by himself. Poopy just came off of the respawn. Finds one. That's Ace. He takes a seat. And looking now, another player, but unfortunately, replays couldn't quite cut it. JCap and Proofy, 4-6, 3-6 for both of them as JCap pushes out. And like you said, it's a great analysis from your point of view, Gandhi. They're pushing out white, and they're getting aggressive. And we're seeing a lot of action in the midfield and not a lot of turtling inside of the base here. Despite the score, you got to give it to FaZe. They keep on gunning for Complexity.
Yeah, I really want to see FaZe actually just send a guy underneath. They've tried red a couple times, and that's normally just because, you know, you spawn over there, and you're like, oh, well, you know what, I'll just push that way. I want to see a guy go underneath. Complexity is so heavily reliant on just battling people midfield. That's what they want. They want people to challenge them with the gun skill. If FaZe just sneaks a guy underneath, I think they catch Complexity by surprise, and it's going to be a cap.
All right, well, taking a look at Oracle mode just to see what's going on. He got a player to the right. That was going to take him out there, so it's not like I was a surprise there. Proofy watching the middle. He knows two's going to be creeping up. Finds one, makes the call out happen. Gets the shot. Beautiful double kill. One player inside. Off the reload. He's going to be hanging out. Gets the shot.
Oh, no!
Fire, and Proofy couldn't do it. But there's going to be another player pushing in from white. That's going to be JCap. He couldn't do it either. Replays, though. Replays hanging out. All right, let that guy walk by. No.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, let him walk by.
He took him out, so that gives up his position. Do you think that was a smart call, Gandhi?
I think I would have personally let him by, but the main thing is, you know, people get so caught up in like, oh, I got to let this guy walk by. As long as you call him out to your teammates and you give the exact position instead of like, hey, guys, you let a guy run past me, it's okay.
JCap just absolutely embarrassed Karma there. I mean, he came right behind him, and then, well, JCap just had his way with him.
Three-point
really
differential here. 1 minute left to play. Replay's getting a big kill there. And now, you know, the main thing we've been seeing here is that really FaZe, the 2 caps they got were kind of like,
wait a minute.
They kind of like scrappy caps, you know? Like, it wasn't like completely planned like, you know, what we've seen from Complexity. The Complexity definitely is the driving force in this.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, they kind of set the bar, you know, for how you play, Blitz, you know, without a doubt. Yeah. And people have just been kind of looking at how they approach it and just taking notes, which makes perfect sense. So we have about 27 seconds left on the clock here. A heavy attack from Complexity, but Classic.
Oh, God.
He's looking
here comes
to
a
at
bait
least get a
switch from
cap here
Complexity,
because they have no idea Classic's in there, so he's going to get that score. Oh. But now Classic has to respond right back, and as soon as he comes off of that spawn, but it's not going to matter. It's going to be 3 points there in favor of Cole going into the second round of play.
Classic now just watching his back, and oh my god, is this going to be a last-second cap here? And Proofy's there, and Proofy's going to shut it down. Proofy was the unsung hero in the Envy vs. FaZe matchup. He absolutely destroyed in the game. Of course, it went tied, so you had to do the second game, and Proofy made it be tied, and then he crushed the second half. So Proofy really feeling good here. Plus, they're already up 2-0, but right now, Complexity, it really shows the resiliency, They go down 2-0. They lose a heartbreaker in 6-5. They don't expect to lose that domination, and now here they are in Blitz, and it's like, well, we're still here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We're not over yet. It's a best of 5 for a reason. Anyways, moving forward.
Yeah, and again, this is a championship team here. Numerous championships, 8 championships to be exact. That's what you expect, that composure from a squad like this. Proofy, though, on the screen, going for the double fire. If that guy, that guy was like holding his stomach at that time, so he really couldn't do anything about that one. But Proofy definitely looking great.
This is Proofy's spot.
And this
I'm expecting
dangerous.
at least 2 kills.
This is dangerous. He's gonna.
There's one.
Oh, wow.
What? Was that a trade?
No, it was not a trade.
Okay, that's good.
I think Krim came from behind there and was able to pick him off. Classic now is going to have to hold off the defense here, hanging out by White. He's going to take some shots, put him forward. Not connecting with anything, not confirming a kill just yet. He will get an assist, though, so it seems like they are going to be able to stop that attack on the midfield from Complexity. But Classic able to push out. Great hip fire with that MTAR. Now there's going to be another player there on the left, and I think he may have seen him. Yes, he did. And,
nice. Oh, wow.
Wow, he is going to get taken out.
The first shot.
Now
Proofy now starting to push in. They have the front door open. This is what you want to make Complexity do. You want them to play your game. You got to open up every single door, and you got to just keep pushing. The other alternative that FaZe could do is go underground or push through red. But the red is just so ballsy because it's going to spawn them back their blitz, and then you have to deal with all that chaos. So I prefer to not go red. I prefer to go bottom white, but I could see an underground push working.
You called for it in that last game, and it
never happened.
Yeah, never happened. No one really went for it. Complexity just managed to put one on the board again, 8-4, as Complexity leads the game, or continues to lead the game. Lots of pressure coming from White's side as Proofy pushes forward. He's going to have Classic with him right in front. An enemy has scored again. Complexity, this is when it gets dangerous, and this is what Complexity does best. It's like you're even as casters, you're kind of just calling the action, and then you're like, whoa, where did that guy come from? That happens so much. Complexity's so good at that.
Yeah, and what Complexity's ending up doing is they're sending one guy red, and all they're trying to do is distract the members of FaZe to look crates, and then they're just pushing right through the middle of the map. And it works because that guy at crates is very hard to kill. There's so many boxes he can hide behind and weave his way around, so it makes a logical sense.
Proofy has just been lacing people up here. 21-16, no caps, but he has been so critical on the caps that FaZe has gotten, just opening up lanes for his team. Another player is going to be on the left of him, right at the opposite side of that wall. He's going to get taken out. Replays try to make a cap happen. He gets stopped. Now hopping on board with Classic from FaZe, as he goes through fire, finds one, can't do anything about that. JCap having not the greatest of games here, 12-18, really focusing on getting inside of that goal, but just seems like he's just going to continue to play the midfield here and open up a lane at least for his team.
Hey, he likes shooting sheet metal, that's for true.
Okay, well,
I don't blame him.
If they don't move, they don't fight back, it makes sense. Why not,
Yeah, well, JCap's going to be taken up here, and, Complexity's just still in the driver's seat here. It's starting to get to that. Oh, wait for it. No, okay. It's starting to get to that point where FaZe now actually has to FaZe has to be like, okay, guys, we really need to get caps. They need 4 caps here. It's a minute 45 to work with by the time the sentence finishes. So I think they're still okay, obviously, but there's that sense of urgency starting to build in them.
Yeah, well, look for replays here to catch any players who come around the corner. Although he did put a shot out there, he is going to find that guy on the right. He knew that he would potentially be right in front of red and gets another shot. A beautiful connection there for replays, as he's going to be 22-20 with 2 caps to his name. Moving up top on top Owens. There is going to be a guy there anticipating him, and he's going to find him with a hip fire around the corner. Oh, and he vaulted up. That was going to be Karma, another player at the staircase. Replays, doing what he does best, just slaying and killing is why I like this team here. He is going to have a teammate to support him at the bottom.
This
that
is another cap.
Classic is another cap there. It's going to be dangerous territory for them. 1 minute and 3 seconds. They know that he's going to be there. Replays.
Oh,
he's
wow, that's a big
going to get
battle.
taken out. But look at this, though. It opened up. It gave his teammates that time to push up. Unfortunately, they can't quite do anything about it. But JCap, though, on the other side, and gets taken out, too. And, oh, man, the heartbreak is real. But they managed to, make a good attempt there. They could do that again very easy. They just need, that cap, man.
Yeah, that one hurt. And I just thought about this really eerie feeling. You remember that time in January when it was like day 1 and Complexity went down for 2-0 versus that? Who was that team again?
It was FaZe.
Oh, yeah, it was FaZe, wasn't it?
It was a cold day in January. I remember that one.
It was a cold day in January when Cole went down 2-0 versus FaZe, and now we're in that exact same scenario here. And this Game 3 was the swing game once again for Complexity. We may be situated for a long one here.
Yeah, we for the long haul. I think we wouldn't have it any other way as time dwindles down. 1 second remaining, and that's going to do it. Complexity takes game number 3, 11-7 over FaZe, and now the series is at 2-1.
Taking a look at the stats here, Proofy 32-22, 1 cap. On the other side, Crim6 29-20, 4 caps. Aches 28-22. Karma, not the best game for him, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
he still shows up when needed.
They got the W.
Yeah.
And he has great teammates in Crim6 and Aches and they've been doing that a lot this tournament. It's just like,
right?
One person's not doing well, the other guy just picks up the slack, and I give just full respect to Complexity. They just know how to handle those tough situations. But now going into the next one's going to be domination on Freight. Who do you have?
Dude, I think I'm going to go with the story, man. Domination on Freight, as long as I can see... Okay, so look, here's what it's going to come down to, right? So FaZe really likes to get top barn. They love getting their ARs up there. As long as Complexity can stop them from there, and we saw Aches earlier on just destroy people from top barn when he was down low, as long as they can keep every AR away from top barn, I think Complexity takes it, and I think we're going to Game 5. But that Game 4 is going to come up right after this commercial break.